My name is Lilish. Today we're making this adorable mini Easter bunny basket. This is a perfect and quick easy project to add a handmade touch to your Easter celebration. I will walk you through every step with this crochet pattern, so grab your yarn and your hook and let's get started. Materials used for this project: this big twist baby bunny colors, this needle, this other needle to attach the snaps, little bit of black yarn, scissors, and a hook 2.75 mm. We're going to start a project with a slip knot. You can also do a magic ring if that's your preferred method to start a project. So now we start with chain 4. We're going to close the circle in the first loop right there. We send the tail to the back and we pull through to complete it or to close it. So now we're going to make a stack single crochet that is going to be counted as our first double crochet. We bring the yarn from the back and we have these 2 loops and we close it or complete it. And now for the next step will be you take the hook and put it through the left loop that we just created in the prior stitch, pull it through, and now we close it to complete it. So that's our first double crochet. From now on we're going to do 14 double crochet to get to the end of this circle. We're going to count this as 1, so now we're going to make 14, a total of 15 double crochet. We completed our 15 double crochet and now we're going to close it right there. We get those 2 loops in the back, we close it and slip stitch into that, and we have our first round of 15 double crochet. For the next round we need to start by making our stack single crochet. So we're going to put the hook in the left loop that we just made, and here is our first stack double crochet. We're going to make 2 double crochet for every stitch in prior round, so we're going to make 2, 4, 6 and so on. So that's the first 2. Now we go to the next stitch and we make another 2 double crochet. So we have here so far 2 and 4. I'm going to complete it and get all the way to here. In total we should have 30 stitches. This is my stitch number 29 and the last stitch is going to go in the same spot, so this is stitch number 30. So now I'm going to go ahead and close in those 2 loops. We're going to slip stitch the traditional way. So now we have row number 2 with 30 stitches. So for the next step, for row number 3, we start by making that stack single crochet. This is our base, so this is our first stitch right here. And so now we're going to do another one in the same spot, because we're going to do a 2 double crochet in one spot and 1 double crochet in the next one. And now 2 double crochet and 1 in the next one. We're going to repeat the set of 2 and 1 times 10 times, and we're going to, once we have those time, I'll see you soon here. I completed the 30 stitches. Please validate that you have 30 stitches and 10 available spots in here for the next color. So we're going to make sure, please make sure that you have 10 sets of 3, consist of 2 double crochet in one spot and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, etc. Make sure you have the right number in the bottom part. So let's go ahead, and at this point let's go ahead and add the color. To add the color, we're going to leave a little tail. Going to use the last 2 loops here that we have, the last stitch that we created. We're going to use those 2 loops, put the hook in those 2 loops, bring the beach to the front, pull the white, the beige, the cream, whatever color this is, which is beautiful actually, and pull the beach a little bit. And now we're going to work in the peach color. So for this one, we're going to make, let's attach this like this a little bit. So the last one we made was 1 here. We make 2 and 1. So now we're going to do 2. And next is going to be 1. And then we're going to be 2. We make 2 double crochet. We make 1 and so on until we get here. We have 1 more to make right there. So now let's validate that we have 15 of this peach color. Once you validate that you have 15, we're going to attach the traditional way right there, going to slip stitch to it. Once we close here this round, we're going to head back and we're going to do slip stitch for every stitch that we have available. So we are going to do 1 stitch at a time all the way. We're going to do 1 stitch for every stitch all the way until we get to the beige color right here. So I will continue and I'll see you here. Completed our slip stitches, going back. So now we're going to do our stack single crochet. Everything that we're going to work in this color is going to be in the back little V looking. So let's go ahead and start with our first one. We put our hook in the back 2 loops, bring it to the front. We go ahead and do our first stack single crochet. We go ahead and do the next one. Put the hook in the left side here and complete it. So that's our first one, and that counts as 1 double crochet. For this pattern, we're going to do 2 1 and 1. So if we already have 1 in the same spot, I want to make another double crochet. So that is 2, and in here, in the next one is going to be 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet right here. So the next pattern will be 2 double crochet in the same stitch, just right there. And right there. So that was 2 double crochet in the same stitch right there. So we have 2, 1, 1, 2. We're going to repeat this pattern until we complete here our peach, and that should give us a total of 20. I'll see you here. So now we do the same thing that we did in the prior peach. We're going to do this over here. So in order to do that, we are going to head back with a slip stitch. So we do the first one right there. We go ahead and do one right there, the next one right here, right there, and so on. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So we find the first one, which is right here, with the slip stitch there. Go to the next one, slip stitch, go to the next one, and so on, all the way to here. I'll see you shortly. Your project should look something like this when you head back and you have your slip stitch all to here, all the way up to here. So now we're going to introduce the third color, and this is going to be that we're going to pick here these loops, going to bring the third color, and we are going to repeat the same pattern. We are making 2 in 1, 1 and 1, so the next one will be 2 right here, and we pull this little tail and we make another one right there, which is 2. Now that we make those 2, we're going to make 1 and 1. Now we start the pattern again, 2 in 1, 1 and 1. We're going to continue doing this all the way to here. This should give us a total of 40 stitches. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and so on. See you here. Completed our 40 stitches, and now it's time to take this color here to cut it, because we're not going to use it anymore. So we'll go ahead and cut that, and we're also going to cut the beige because we're not going to use it anymore at this point. So let's go ahead and pull this out. So now here we're going to attach the blue, and we slip stitch that. We put it up for 1 second, and we need to finish this slip stitch with a needle. So now that we attach the blue to the peach, we're going to make the last slip stitch right here, and we have to do it with the needle. So we bring this loop like this, and we are going to send it back in here like that. So right there we are closing it, and notice here we have, this is our last slip stitch. We should have a total of 20. So let's go ahead and continue working with the blue. So we're going to work in the back only. In the back loops, we start with our stack single crochet. So now we're going to do double crochet in the V's only, because we have this little sandwich look in here. So we're only working in those 2 in the back. We're going to continue making double crochet for 9 times. Once we get to 9, we're going to make 2 double crochet in 1, and we're going to repeat that times 6. So we are our 9. Here is our 9th stitch. We're going to do 2 in 1 right here. And now we're going to continue this pattern. So we start again counting 9 and we do 2 and we repeat that pattern until we get to the end of this round, and I will see you there. Make sure that you are doing this in the back 2 loops only, so you can have this look in the front. See you here. Completed our 66 stitch right here, and we are going to cut this material right here, get this out. Now we take this loop here, put this needle through that loop and bring it there, tie it a little bit, and now we're going to put this through here, through those 2 loops in there, bring it there, and this is our finished product of this step. So we'll continue here and tie this in the back by sending it in different directions in here. Before we continue our project, let's clean up all these tails, put them under here, utilizing this needle, and we'll see you after that. Now it's time to start working with black yarn to do some touches here for the face. So let's go ahead and use a little bit of this yarn, utilizing this needle. And let's go ahead and start right here. We're going to start right there. So we'll position the material through there. For the next step, we're going to make a slip knot. Once we make the slip knot, going to chain 6. We chain 6, and now we chain 1 more. We're going to make a single crochet in this chain number 6. That's a single crochet right there. Now we're going to make a half double crochet in the next stitch. Half double crochet. Once we make the half double crochet, we're going to make 3 double crochet. Once we make 3 double crochet, we're going to make half double crochet in that stitch right there. That's half double crochet. Now we're going to make 4 more half double crochet in the same spot right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's our 4th half double crochet. Now we make 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now that we make these 3 double crochet, we do 1 half double crochet, and once we make that 1 half double crochet, we're going to make a single crochet and slip stitch right here. We're going to do 8 single crochet. So we start with right here in the first spot, and we do single crochet all around in the same color without increasing. So I just make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochet, and this is 8. So we have 8. Once we have those 8, we're going to slip stitch here. That's 1, that's 2 slip stitch, and we're going to do 1 more slip stitch. So now we're going to single crochet all the way until this point. So now here is my last single crochet, and now I am going to slip stitch into that prior single crochet. So I'm making a little curve in here to mimic the ear. So now that we have this is going to be like that. So now I would like to cut this material, and I'm going to get this out, and I will get this out here. We're going to finish this by going in the last loop, that loop, and we're going to close it this way. Going that way, I will go ahead and finish our stitch right there. So this will give us an ear looking. So I'm going to put a little bit of beige to start right there in this stitch right there. So we're going to bring this beige from the back. We're going to chain 2. Now in the same spot, we're going to bring the yarn from the back in the next one. Now we have 3 loops in the hook. We pull them out. So now we chain 2. So now we go to the same spot that we did the last stitch. Bring it up. We'll do one more time, and those 3 we're going to pull them all at once. We chain 2 again. We go to the same stitch, bring the yarn and have 2 loops. Bring the yarn from the back and have 3 loops and pull them all out. So now we're going to chain 2 again. Going to that stitch, we have 2. Going to the next stitch, we have 3, and we pull them all out. Chain 2, go to the same stitch, go to the next stitch, we have 3, pull them all out. Going to make one more with you. Pull the hook in this last stitch we work on. We have 2 loops. One more, we have 3 loops. Pull them all out. And this is going to be our ear looking. Let's go ahead and you work and bring it to here. When we get here, we're going to slip stitch in this area. We completed the ear here, so now we're just going to slip stitch up to right here. Now that I have the base of the ear, I make the other one, and I added more white this way so we can make it a little bit pointier. So with this, I'm going to bring the yarn from the back, slip stitch in there, and do a single crochet to take it to the top. Now half double crochet, another half double crochet, get another half double crochet in the next stitch, and another half double crochet here, and we make a double crochet. Going to do 2 double crochet in the same spot, 2 double crochet in the next spot, and then we're going to start just going down. We're going to make 1 double crochet and half. Go ahead and do 2 half on this side, and now we're going to do a single crochet and a slip stitch, and we finished right there. Now we're ready to attach this little ear right here in the white area. So we're going to take our leftover material and we're going to use this needle and put certain stitches through there, and we go back and forth until we feel that the ear is attached enough in this area. And we are using these white stitches to go back and forth in there. For the flower, we're going to do a magic ring, and we're going to chain 2. Once we chain 2, we keep the magic ring in our finger, and we're going to do an imitation of half double crochet, but we're not going to close them. So we yarn over, put the hook inside the big ring, bring it back and pull it up. We're going to do that 3 times. That's 2, and this is 3. Now that we have this, we close it. Go ahead and close all this. Chain 2, and we do that again. Bring it. That's 1, 2, 3. We hold the whole thing and we get them out and complete it. We have for the next one. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. We hold everything and pull it out and chain 2. We have make 3. We're going to do 5. This is 1, 2, and 3 for each petal. So that's 3. And now we're going to chain 2. We're going to make 1 more last petal, which total of 5. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. Close them, and now we have 5 petals. We pull this tail all the way, chain 2, chain 1 because we already had 1, and now we go ahead and close our tiny flower right here. By slip stitch, we completed our tiny flower. So let's go ahead and cut this, get this material out. And from here, we're going to use these 2 tails to attach it right here. I mark the center and I count 18 stitches on each side, and I mark the sides. So this is for later coming up. We're going to start with a slip knot, adjust it, and we're going to chain 4. We close it to make a circle, and now we're going to do the same similar steps that we did for these rounds. We're going to work on the first round. The first round we're going to make 15 double crochet, 30 right now. So let's go ahead and start by doing a stack single crochet, and we go ahead and make our first 15 double crochet. We're going to count this as 1 double crochet. So now we're going to make 14 more double crochet, in total of 15. I'll see you here. Completed the first round of 15 double crochet. So now we're going to make 30. We start by doing the stack single crochet, and we have that one as, we're going to count that as 1. We make a double crochet in the same stitch. Now we have 2. From now in this round, we're going to make 2 on each stitch of the prior round. 2 double crochet for each stitch of the prior round. Let's continue, and I will see you here. Completed round 2 with 30 stitches. Please validate you have 30 stitches. Going to close the traditional way, and now we're going to work in the next round 3. For round 3, we're going to make 2 double crochet in one spot. So we start by making our stack single crochet, and we have that stack single crochet, and we're going to count as 1. Now we're going to, in the same spot right there, we're going to make a double crochet. Now we count this as 2 double crochet. For the next step, it's going to be 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in that next spot together right there in the same spot. Now 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. We're going to continue 2 and 1, 2 and 1 all the way over here until we get 45 stitches in total. See you here. Completed round 3, and make sure that you have 45 stitches in total. We'll go ahead and close our round here traditional way. So we have round 3 completed. We're going to start round 4 by making a stack single crochet, and we're going to count that as 1 double crochet. Now we're going to make a double crochet in the same spot that we made the stack single crochet. We have 2 right there. Now this pattern, we're going to make 1 and another one. So 2, 1 and 1, and we're going to repeat this all the way until we complete 60 stitches. So we have 2, 1 and 1, and we continue all the way up to here. See you here. I completed my 60 stitches for round 4. Now we're going to go ahead and close it, and we're going to work on round 5. For round 5, we start with a stack single crochet, and that counts as our first double crochet. Now we're going to do in the same spot, we're going to make a double crochet, and now we make 9 double crochet until we get to the other 2 double crochet. We'll continue this repetition of 2 double crochet and 9 double crochet all the way until we get here, and we'll see you here. We completed round 5 with 66 stitches. So let's go ahead and cut this material here. Going to cut the material, and we're going to finish up this round with the needle. Now we're ready to close and this round. So to do that, we're going to take this good loop that we have here and we put the needle through there, and now we take this needle and pass it through right there in the loop, in those two back loops, and we complete our stitch right there, and it's looking beautiful. Now we need to put this through the back and make sure that this is secure. Now we're ready to work on the sides. To do that, we're going to put, notice here, we're going to put the hook in those two loops, starting in the center and going in the back. We go ahead and bring the yarn from the back. So now that we have our position there, we're going to start by making a stack single crochet, but we're going to take these two loops. In this round, all of the work will be done in these two loops in the back, from the middle to the back. Bring our yarn from the back, yarn over and pull it, and this is our first stitch, and we're going to count this as our first double crochet. The next double crochet will go right there, and we're going to do one double crochet for each prior stitch. We're going to continue making this double crochet, one for each double crochet from the prior round, and we're going to complete 36 in total. We are not going to close the whole circle. We're going to get to this from here to here. We're going to work 36 stitches. So let's go ahead and continue, and I'll see you once I have my 36 stitches. Make sure that you are taking both of these loops here. So you start in there and you go ahead and bring this loop right there. If we go to the back and we see where we're going to be working is right here in this loop, all around in those two loops right there. I'll see you when I have my 36 stitches. We completed our 36 stitches around. This round should look like this for you, our little basket. So this is the side of our little basket. So now we turn back and we're going to use that little stitch right there, the first little spot, to make our stack single crochet, and we continue and do the second part, and we count that as our first double crochet. So now we're going to do one double crochet, head back. We're going to make it in the full loop right there, and we're going to do 36 stitches in this round, and I'll see you in this end over here. I completed this round back with 36 stitches. I mark where my first stitch is going to be attached to with a little string. Now that I know where my stitch is going to be, I am going to put it through that mark right there, and I'm going to bring this from the back. Once we have the first stitch defined, from here we pick the two in the front and the two in the back, and we do single crochet for each stitch. So we are pretty much closing here our two pieces together. We don't need that anymore. We're going to continue doing this. Make sure that you pick in your hook 4 of those little loops. You have 4 little areas there. You can see here the 2 little bees, 2 little bees. So 2 from the front and 2 from the back for every stitch. And we're going to continue doing this until we get to here. I am almost done here, and I think I have 3 or 4 more stitches to do. So remember, we are doing the 2 loops in the front, 2 loops in the back, loops, little loops in here, this bee looking. We are grabbing the whole thing and doing a single crochet. Go to the next one, make sure we got those 2, and we do another one. And let's go ahead and remove this marker because we know it's at the end here. So we have here 2 more to do. We're grabbing those 2 loops in the front, these 2 little loops in the back, and we are completing the stitch right there. So now we have 1 more to do. Let's make sure that we take the 2 loops, one in here and this one in the back. And then for the other 2, let's make sure that we grab the 2 right there. So right here, we go ahead and bring this from the back and complete it. So this is the last stitch. So let's go ahead and cut this material here and pull this yarn, and we'll go ahead and attach this to the back to finish it up that way. So in here we have completed our project for the bottom. So now we just need to finish up, and we need to attach this material, and we need to attach the color. So now we're going to do a back handler. This is like a basket. For the next step, we're going to do a magic ring. We position the yarn in this finger, we bring the hook this way, we yarn over and get the first stitch, and we're going to do chain 1. So now we're going to, in that, we yarn over, and in that center, similar to the flower we made, we're going to make 3 of these mimicking a half double crochet, but we're not completing them. So this is 3 of them, we close them, and now we chain 2. Once we finish this puffy stitch, now we're going to make 1 more of these. We're going to yarn over and bring the yarn to the top, and yarn over and bring it again. So that's 2, and we did 3. So we're going to go ahead and close that. So now that we close it, we turn our work and slip stitch into it and in the center. So now we closed the ring here on the bottom, and we are done in here. So now we chain 2, yarn over and pull the yarn this way. That's 1. We do it 3 times. This is 2, and this is 3. We closed everything, chain 2, and we repeat another puff here. We do another one, so yarn over and pull it. That's 1. Yarn over and pull it 2 times, and 1 more time. And right here we closed and turn our work, slip stitch into it, and continue this process until we make 25 of these little half flowers. Let's work on that. I completed my 25 flowers. So let's go ahead and position them in here. Going to position 2 inside right here, and then the other 2 right here. And that's how this is going to look. For our last step, we're going to put these little snaps right here and we're going to put it just with the needle and attach it right there. And now we completed our little project. Let's take a look.